Is it on? I think it's on.
It's live.
Oh, that's a
It's
fun
live.
angle.
Yeah.
If you don't like this angle, watch the other one.
Oh gosh, we've got them both on, so you're gonna have to bear with us as we do our
I
normal
don't know.
experimenting.
How
We-
can I tell if the mic is good?
The mic is good, just like last time. The mic was good. Mark Rosado, what up, brother? Hey,
Paul Lettner.
Paul. What
Rachel
up?
Haslett.
Rachel Haslett.
Hello.
So we have two going. We have the This Is Us life coaching page running, and
Hi, Rebecca.
my personal one on my wall running as well. So we're kind of just playing a little bit to see what happens. What's up, Mark?
I said,
Thank
what
you.
a great family.
Thank you. My peeps. My crew. Oh, that's awesome. What up, Ricky? Glad you tuned in. We're trying an experiment. We're running it on my personal wall. I know I've already said this, but as people are coming on, and we're running it on the This Is Us page. What up, Curtis?
Hey, Curtis.
We're doing them both just to kind of see what activity happens on both of them and kind of go from there. Tonight is a experiment night, and we're going to be talking about coaching and the power of a coach a little bit, and
I love
whatever
the
else,
hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Whoever's given the hearts.
yeah,
Thank
whatever
you.
else we wander on to. If you guys don't mind, share it out. Share. Which one are we looking at? This one or this
Rachel
one?
Haslett's watching there. You want to wave and
Hey,
say hi?
what up, Rachel Haslett? I see the little green box.
It's amazing how it says bring them on camera. Like,
Yeah,
how
remember
could
we
you...
accidentally did that before with
I
my
know, but
mom.
imagine if it was more than one person.
Yeah, there'd be a couple of people on there.
What up, Troy?
Troy Eganhood, what up? We'll be done soon.
We're
I
reading.
promise.
We're reading. I think we're halfway done.
Yes, yes. Good evening to you, Troy in Texas.
Well, how do you pronounce that name? Oh, I guess we can't say how you pronounce it. Where is that person from? DJ Henson? Mulmy? I'm just interested on where you're from. That's
Yeah,
an
it's a really
interesting
cool
name.
name.
Yeah.
It's a cool name. What up, Curtis? I see your wave. What's going on? Just bear with us a little bit before we jump into this.
Did any of you actually watch the show This Is Us on TV? Because tonight it comes back on, the series.
Does it?
Yeah,
All
tonight's
right.
the night.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Kaylin, do you actually watch This Is Us? That's what we were just asking. Tonight is the first night. Yes, it's so good.
Well, I'm gonna go
I've been
talk
waiting.
to
Okay,
Kaylin.
yeah, you guys go. Oh,
See you later.
Noah's gonna go see if Lincoln's available.
That's good
Anyways,
stuff.
it comes on tonight. Fantastic. I'm excited. Sent you an endorsement I just received. Awesome.
Good job, Troy. Killing it, buddy. It's
Love
awesome.
it.
Yes. What up, Mama? Hello, Peg Rose McDonald.
Peg Rose, you should watch the real show, This Is Us. Tonight it comes on. Up. Kaylin said Lincoln is not available.
You hear that, Noah? No Lincoln. Anyways, sorry for the confusion. The phones are like a foot apart, and every time I look down here, it feels like I'm
Aw.
staring up at the roof. And then up here, it's the other way around. Aw, Link, praying for you, buddy.
Yeah, I hope he feels better.
Yes, quickly.
Troy said hello, Mama Peg, even though we're on two different sites, so I don't think she can see that, but we're experimenting. We like to have fun. We do it different, I think, each time. We try to mix it up.
Just
and
see how it goes.
Yeah, it's all an experiment.
Yeah, because we don't know what we're doing, so we're just doing it. Instead of saying we don't know what we're doing, so let's not do it.
We're coaching ourselves.
Yes, we're pushing through. We're pushing through. What up, Linda? Glad you're able
Hi,
to tune
Linda.
in. What up, Stacy? How are you?
I missed you at karate, Stacy. I knew you were probably busy or decided to.
Hey, Rachel, you switched. It's so funny.
She's like, I'm
your
gonna
little
get on
green,
this one
yeah, your
instead.
green box left from here and went up there. That's pretty cool. Anyways, we'll jump in here in just a few minutes. Again, we're just seeing how this works with my personal wall and the This Is Us wall. We had switched from our personal wall a while back to This Is Us because of the way they were doing some things. But now we're able to switch back because there was an update and they're changing things up. So we're just kind of feeling it out, see what kind of action we have on each place and making it to where it's available for as many people as possible, because that's our goal. Not to hear ourselves talk and to make another video, but to bring value to people and to make ourselves available. And
yeah, throw some nuggets out there, and hopefully you guys take those nuggets each week and then just be mindful of them, and hopefully it helps you throughout your week. Stacy took a nap. Yes, it was a good day too because it was raining.
It was raining.
Hello, Mary.
Yes. I was at the car lot and it just started to pour. It was like sunny 1 second. I did a couple of videos with a car and I came in and then it started to pour. It was crazy. What up, Tommy? Good to see you,
Hi.
brother. If you see us going up and down, we have 2 different phones going. One is on the This Is Us page and one is on my wall. So it's kind of going back and forth.
Hey, William.
What up, Squire? Squire-licious. Anyways, tonight we're going to talk about coaching, but we also want to talk to you guys now that there's some people on here. We want to know if you guys have any questions and if there's any kind of episode, I guess you call it an episode, any kind of a Tuesday night that you would want us to have or to do. If there's any topics or things that you want us to do a Tuesday night about, to address, whatever kind of topic, family, parenting, spiritual, natural, whatever. Anything that has to do with life.
Yeah, we want ideas for content basically on how we can be a blessing to you guys, what we can offer.
Yeah,
because we're not here to talk to ourselves.
Yeah, and there's plenty of things to do on Tuesday night.
Yes.
Even if it's watch a movie with our kids. So we want this to be efficient and effective and to be able to bring value to you guys that are watching. And that's why we're asking, because I can come up with 100 things to talk about. But those of you that tune in week after week, we would like to bring you guys value and what it is that you actually would like to hear about. So obviously, if you can either leave it in a comment or hit us up on Facebook Messenger or email, whatever's easiest for you, it doesn't matter. Any way is possible. We won't be using any names, so if it's something that you want to talk about where you don't want your name brought up, you don't have to worry about that. Just looking for content that will be a blessing to you guys. That way it's something that you actually want to hear.
Yeah.
So if you leave those in the comments, and also give the hearts and share it out, get it out in the open, and leave comments down underneath where you're listening in from. So we have a little idea about where our viewers are watching in from, and
It's an
nice to be able to-
experiment. It's all an experiment. That's what happens when you do new things.
Yes.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Holly. Hi, Deanna from California.
What
Thanks
up?
for tuning in.
Amy, hey.
Hi, Amy from Florida.
Yes, so awesome. Holly,
I was-
what's up? I need to put my
Soon to
glasses
be watching
on.
from Colorado. Yes.
Oh,
November.
Joe,
Your pictures,
Colorado.
Joe, were amazing. It's so pretty out there.
The picture going down the road with the orange totally looked fake. It was the fakest picture I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
We got a war eagle. I was like, oh, I wonder where that came from. And then
Hello.
I just was like, oh, yeah, the big A.
Sorry.
Hey, Alicia.
That's good stuff.
Thank you, Deanna, for the encouragement. I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
nice to have encouragement to know, just keep doing what you're doing and that people are getting something out of it and
Yeah.
you're not just wasting your time, of course. It's very green year-round, but yellow now. Yes, I hope you have a guest room because we need to come stay with you.
That holds 4. We'll bring 2 blow-up mattresses. So make sure you get a big place.
Roll Tide. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So, I played, we'll kind of jump in here. We got people on both
Have
spots.
any of you, I'd just like to ask any of you as we're talking, if you want to put on there, yes, have you ever had a life coach before in your life? You can keep talking. I just want them to put on there if they've ever had a life coach before so we see if anybody has any experience with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up, Sean? Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're on here.
Hi, Sean.
We're experimenting between a few things for those of you that are jumping on late.
Sean from Tennessee.
That's right, Sean from Tennessee.
Yes.
Mr. Kreider. I love it. We have my personal wall on and the This Is Us coaching wall on, so we're kind of back and forth with This Is Us and then my wall. And we're looking for insight on what we could bring you guys value with and bring you a little bit of nugget of wisdom, what we have to offer, which is something. It's not everything, but it's something. And so if you have any idea of something you would want us to talk about on a Tuesday, then go ahead and drop that down in there. If you haven't already, drop in where you guys are tuning in from. And also, what she was just saying, have you ever had a life coach before? And, you know, how did that go? And so on and so forth with it as a real coach. I was saying that I've been coached my whole life. Played soccer, didn't like it, had to run too much. Never did basketball. Then I did football, golf, and baseball. And my stepdad was basically my coach at golf for a couple of years. And then I was really good, and he was like, man, if you could get some good coaching, then you could be excellent. And so him and my mom put me into some private lessons, which is private coaching for golf. And a few years later after that, I was the third best in Pinellas County in the juniors division. And then with baseball, you know, my stepdad coached me for a while. I was always good enough to not really deal with practice a whole lot. And then we started getting good and doing high school things with it. And the coaches, they needed you to be at practice because it wasn't fair. And you get coaching and you become better. And so the idea of a coach is some of the coaches weren't that great. So I need you to be able to hear what I'm saying and what I'm not saying is a coach doesn't necessarily have all the tools, but they have some tools that you're not operating with. And when they watch you and they see you and they get into the mix with you, then this is a polite way to say I've already talked too much. But you have all...
I just need some water, like choking over there like that lady we watch where she sounds parched.
So wrong.
Sorry.
I'll look down here for a minute. You guys can stare at my bald spots.
So a life coach is like a personal trainer.
Whoa.
Who will condition
Coaching.
You and help
Coaching.
push you toward another level of strength.
Yes.
And that's basically what you were saying in golf and baseball, football.
Yes.
They push you to another level of strength. And we have these coaches in our lives that do that, even if it's, you know, obviously we usually relate it to fitness, but it can also be a nutritional coach or a business coach. We specialize, I would say, in relationship, marriage,
parenting,
coaching,
family.
Parenting, family.
Spiritual.
Of course, it could be just in general, personal life coach, but I would say specializing in relationship coaching. It's something that we've been doing for years. We enjoy. We've really decided to just dig deep and ask ourselves, you know, it's good to ask yourself, like, to make sure you're doing what you're passionate about. Like, what is that? And sometimes your passions change over the years. So even if you've had that conversation before, having it again and making sure, like, you're still in that space, because who wants to do something every day that you're not passionate about?
Yeah. And then if you are doing that, then of course you can start something on the side and start making some energies and putting some time towards something that you are passionate about, and see if that passion and energy going in a direction doesn't, you know, bring life to something for you. And then you can not have to do something that you dread every day. You can, you know, do something that you love. Where what's the old saying? If you love what you do, you'll never work
another day in your life.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so sometimes having a life coach, we like to call ourselves transformational coaches. That's a better word for me, because life is life, right? I mean, some people's life is great, some people's isn't, but most people settle for the life that they have. So life coach is kind of like, well, I'm okay where I'm at, I don't need you to help me move along. But a transformation coach will let you see that that's just a limiting belief, that you're living this life that you don't necessarily like or love, and we can help transform your life into something better and more beautiful, because that's the gift of life that you have, right? We should all be able to love our life and love what we do and how we function together, and your crew and your friends and your family.
What up, Billy Morrow? Hey, Scott DeRosa. It's good to see you guys on there. If you love what you do, you'll never work another day. Yes,
That's
so
right,
true.
Stacey.
And turning your passion into your paycheck. I mean, something that you would choose to do for free anyways. And
I'm
like
sure you
Kate,
just laid them all out.
yeah, like
Yes.
Kaylin was saying and Troy saying now, you know, some of those people, like it's awesome where we can receive, especially with technology these days, some coaching through technology. That's amazing. And even with us doing some of our coaching, we can do from people all over the world through telephone or Zoom, Skype, whatever calls.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be local. But what's really cool is when somebody can specifically target your personal area. There's one thing like with group coaching where you coach in a group setting and somebody's going to grab different things at different times for their situation. There's things like you were saying, listening to Tony Robbins and these other people, and there's things that we can grab. And then there's that like one-on-one coaching where somebody is actually listening to you.
And hearing, talking.
Yeah, because people are so busy. I mean, it's like a rare thing, even with your friends, for them to have time to listen to you, or they're so consumed with their own life and what they have going on. Maybe there's not really much room for that. Or even in coaching situations like that, for instance, Amy had shared her sister/life coach, which I have a particular family member that I'm coaching some too. And you can back off somewhat and try to remove some of the emotions to coach, but there's still, no matter what, because you love that person, there might be a little slant to it.
Yes.
You know,
A
or
little bit.
somebody, a friend, whatever, a mentor that's a friend, could offer a certain degree, but they still might have something to gain by your decisions, or it might affect them in some way. So
Yeah.
it is nice sometimes to have an outside person, outside your bubble, outside your sphere person to talk to and just be that safe place. And they're not going to be concerned with, I hate to say not concerned with your feelings, but they're not doing their day-to-day.
It's a pretty It's
Yeah.
pretty raw. Like the coach isn't concerned with your feelings, because feelings will run you in the wrong direction, unless of course you're like talking about peace on the inside, being led by the Spirit. We're not talking about that. We're talking about being emotional, and then an emotion comes, and then you do silly things. So the coach is not concerned. Like for instance, our amazing gym coach, you know, for our daughter.
Yeah.
This was years ago. She was a very stern Russian lady, an amazing coach, got accolades for days. But, you know, when my daughter would be hurt, the coach would be like, suck it up, do it again. And like, I'm concerned for the feelings. And the coach was like, I'm not concerned with your feelings, do it again. It's the push through. And then sure enough, she'd get up there and do it. Right? So, my pinky hurts. So you move with feelings and you're like, oh, let me caress your pinky. It's okay. Put some ice on it. I'll see you tomorrow. The coach pushes you through that and you win.
And
right? It's
really,
the same
even
way.
the simplicity I thought was
What
crazy.
up, Jason?
Hi, Patty.
Patty.
I have witnessed with Gianna's coach, you know, we use that as an example in gymnastics. The coach would just say, just do it. Just do it. And it's amazing, just those words, just do it.
Or you can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
The fact that the coach believes in them to do it, something that she wouldn't have done herself, just knowing that the coach is saying, do it, like they know you're ready.
Yeah.
They believe in you, that you can do it. caused her to just do it, and she did it. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. Just having somebody coaching you along and saying, you're ready,
Yes.
you can do it, just do it, is
I
like
believe in you. You
a
can do
great
it.
push. Yeah. So it's superpower to have in your life.
For sure.
If you have trouble following through with goals, it's a good accountability partner / guide in your life when you know that you have somebody that's going to be following up with you and asking you, like, okay, last session we discussed this. Where did you get with that? You kind of feel a little more fire.
Yes, most of the coaching that we do, we try to do it every 2 weeks, and we leave homework. So there's that accountability there of, this chapter or this needs to get done, and then we're going to talk about it when we get together. So that accountability of getting ready to be on the phone or sitting down with somebody in 2 weeks or next week pushes you to make sure you get it done. And those are the goals that sometimes we'll push to the side. But accountability causes you to keep moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. The next level of strength. Also, they help you go over limiting beliefs that you might have, or you could call it blind spots.
Yeah.
So many times we get stuck in a rut of doing the same thing, and we have the same perspective. We've been doing something so long, or even, again, surrounded by the same people in your life that see things a certain way. It's nice sometimes to have that outside perspective, somebody outside of your sphere that's able to ask you those good questions and help you discover what limiting beliefs that you have. What stories are you telling yourself about yourself, or why you can't do what it is you're passionate to do?
Yes.
What are those stories? Why are you making them up? Why is it holding you back?
Yeah. Typically stories that your parents have told you. Typically stories that your teachers have told you. Typically stories that your principals told you. Like my principal told me I was going to be dead or in jail by the time I graduated high school. My mom was paying a psychologist or psychiatrist or whatever you call them $100 and something an hour, and his advice was, by the time you're 21, you're going to be dead or in jail. So these are stories.
Or not feeling qualified to
that
do
I bought into.
Whatever it is, whatever your goal is, having to push that past that, not feeling qualified, or somebody's already doing it, or why would anybody listen to me? I haven't had enough success in this area, or whatever it is. Maybe you've had a lot of success, but there's just still something else, something you feel about your personality,
we tell ourselves some brutal stories, and we run them out.
Or maybe you don't know where to begin. And so coaches can help assist the situation and help you get on a path of action. Sometimes when you have a goal in front of you, it just looks like it's this big. And so they can help you kind of break that down and just take the next step and take the next step. And what is that term where it's like you can't see the forest for the trees?
Mm-hmm. Understanding it.
Yeah, so again, back to getting an outside perspective, somebody that can see blind spots, somebody that knows how to ask good questions, somebody that isn't going to be judging you.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. And my friend Chris always says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so a coach can help you take a huge dream, desire, or goal and make a plan of action where you can take baby steps and work your way through it and transform what it is that you're wanting to transform, or elevate what it is you're wanting to elevate. So those are all.
And recognizing all the time wasters that we have in our life, that's something we're coaching ourselves with, realizing
daily.
What are time wasters. Habits make up 45% of our behavior. And we go through it too every single day. I think, was it today or yesterday? It's like, we have emotions too. We get funky. Maybe you don't want to do certain things that we really do want to do them. But then your emotions get in the way.
Yeah.
And then you can let your emotions lead you in your day. And that's sometimes a negative. So it's like we're not consulting with our emotions. We're consulting with our time blocks. We're consulting with our goals on where we want to go.
Yeah.
And in order to go there, we need to get this done today. We need to get this done today. It doesn't matter that you're feeling ill. It doesn't matter you're feeling funky.
It doesn't matter you're feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're feeling
emotional.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, doesn't matter if you just want to sleep all day.
Like, coddle for a moment. Okay, yes.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
I'm doing it to myself too. I'm not giving you away.
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
anyways, you know, you just keep doing it because you have a goal.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
And,
that's the only way to ever reach the goal.
and so we have habits every day that are moving towards that goal because habits make up 45% of our behavior. I want even better behavior.
Yeah.
Yay! Because I want to grow all the time. Y'all make me smile. You make us smile, Tom. Thank
What up,
you.
Tom? Good to see you,
Appreciate
buddy.
that. Thank you for the encouragement. And Billy Morrow, what avenues are y'all using to life coach people? I want in.
We're getting ready to pitch it.
Well, we've been giving,
yeah,
value
for
since
sure.
I think February or April, maybe
It's been,
April,
I think
May,
4,
June, July,
4 or 5
August,
months.
September,
4 or 5.
5 months,
Mm-hmm.
and we thoroughly enjoy
What up,
it.
Kyle? My man. I love you, Kyle. You're so awesome. So, what else you got, baby?
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Wait, a support system. They help you navigate that. We don't have all the answers. I really like that. A lot of people can think, oh, a life coach is going to tell me what to do. And they might tell you what to do as far as giving you some tools to apply, but it's not really even about telling you what to do and puppeting you around.
Definitely not.
It's, again, just bringing things to your attention and kind of helping discover it together
And helping build a structure.
encourage, and put a structure, a plan in place.
Yeah. Transforming each section of your life that you want to transform. All of us are amazing in so many different ways, but as amazing as my wife is, or she might think I am, or whatever it is, we both want even more amazing. And so, we have coaches.
Yes.
And it's like
We want even
have
more
2
coaches.
Yeah. It's like, help me structure what we have going on so that we can help somebody else structure what they have going on. In my church service, we call this a ripple effect, where we're helping somebody else who's going to turn around and help somebody else. So the end game is somebody's helping you, got your hand up there, and then you're helping somebody else. Right? That's the end game. And that's how we elevate humanity. All of us together are going up. No big I, no little you. That's what I was going to say earlier before I was interrupted. One of my football coaches was he was at least 150 pounds overweight. He was probably 200 pounds overweight. But my point is, it wasn't the fact that he couldn't get out and run the field or do any of the plays or push the sleds, but when he stood on the sled and told you to keep hitting the sled and pushing his big old self, his extra weight was great on the sled. So he was even still being a blessing to us who he was coaching, but he couldn't do any of the skills we were doing. He was standing around blowing a whistle. So it isn't about seeing the perfect coach having everything together. It's just about having a coach, right? There's more to having a coach, somebody helping you dive through life, than it is having what we would looking for the perfect coach. Because, unless everybody can afford Tony Robbins, he's probably a perfect coach. He's like the guru of coaches. But I've read some articles where he gets $1 million a phone call.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
More power to you, bro. He's
Yes.
the real deal. His seminars are between 5,000 and 10,000 a piece to go to, and they're for 4, 5, 6 days. That's a lot for people to deal with and have to expend out to. But does he know what he's talking about? Yes. Is he amazing? Yes. But I think it's more important to have a coach than it is to have the name coach like those guys, which there's nothing wrong with any of them. I give them all props. We follow all of them and listen to them.
I love it.
Yeah, it's all.
I want to be coached in every way I possibly can because I want to grow in every way I possibly can. I want to get better. And still at the same time enjoy where I'm at, appreciate where I'm at, celebrate
all
where
part of
I'm
being
at.
coached.
Not be dissatisfied like I don't love myself where I am. I just love growing. And the more I grow, I'm able to turn around and help other people in their life. And really, for me, that's where it's at, is to help somebody else live their best life that they possibly can and have the best in their relationships.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And you can need a coach if you feel like your life is falling apart and you have really troubled areas, but you can also have a coach if you're successful in a lot of areas. I mean, you don't have to be falling apart to need a coach. Sometimes you might just
it's not a crutch.
want to take it to another level, and you just realize the value.
Most successful people have coaches, even if they don't talk about it. Oprah has coaches.
Yeah, Oprah has coach.
Tony Robbins has coaches. Gary Vee has coaches.
Yeah.
All of these big name guys that are out there killing it, they all have a coach. And most of them have several coaches, all depending on what expertise they want to be in. Because again, it's the model. They're going up while they're pulling others. There really isn't anyone on top of the model.
And when you're in the middle of your own stuff, it's sometimes, how I'm sure you guys give advice to other people and you can say this, that, or the other, but then when it comes to your own life and your own situation, you're like, yeah.
Yes.
So sometimes it's hard when it's for yourself to get clear on it, and it's good just to have somebody speak directly to you and help you process that.
Yes, for sure. So if you guys have any questions about becoming a coach, being a coach, or being coached, I want you to inbox us. We are in the process of making several different e-courses that'll be video media file. We're putting those together as we speak. We haven't finished them yet, but we're just seeding the area right now to see which ones we might need to finish first. And we have coaching packages that involve 2 phone calls a month, up to 6 phone calls a month. Dealing with certain specific topics, whether it's parenting, marriage, family, transformation, spiritual things, whatever it is that you might need. We have different packages and different tier groups for pricing. So if there's any of that stuff that you want to do, if any of that interests you, and I'm just saying that none of it is free. These Tuesday night stuffs are free. Hitting us up on Facebook and things along those lines. Obviously, we're going to help everybody out. Those are all free. But any of our personal one-on-one coaching, it's all paid for coaching. And there's twofold to that. For one is when you pay a coach and you have skin in the game, you just tend to take on a little more of, man, I'm paying. It's kind of like when you go to college and you want to go and you're paying for it, you pay attention because you're paying for this because you're wanting the outcome. So there's that end of it, and then there's the other end of it is it's our time.
And we're valuable.
It's our time.
And we've coached ourselves in that too.
Yes.
That we're valuable. What we have to offer is valuable.
Standing in our own value is actually humility. It's not pride.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful thing.
I
to
love
be
the
coached in that.
the skin in the game. We've seen years worth of when people invest in something, that means they're ready to start typically applying it.
Yeah.
Like they're serious and they're going to apply it. We're not just there talking, and then it's like one ear out the other, or like that sounds good, but I'm not going to apply any of it. It's a waste of their time. It's a waste of our time. So if somebody is willing to put skin in the game, they're putting value to where they want to go for their goals. And that's where we're at with it.
Yes. And
it's investing in yourself, really. Yeah. People spend however much on a pedicure
a manicure,
and a
facial.
Yes, which are all awesome things.
Yeah,
but man, how much more investing in yourself to go after your goals, or to invest into your marriage, into your parenting, things about leaving a legacy that you live in day out. It's not just a one day of pampering for yourself on the outside. Inward treasures.
Yeah, and it transforms your life. Like you can't really, if your marriage is struggling and you pay somebody X amount of dollars to help your marriage, I mean, you can't put a price tag on a good marriage. It's priceless. So, and being a parent, it's priceless. If you're struggling with your kids and how do I do it? And I just want to kill them and strangle them, and they don't listen. You know, it's
Or you're
priceless
trying to get away
to
from them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Escape, yeah.
I'm always trying to escape my kids.
Who
Like,
wants that kind of
that's
life?
not
Yeah, there's
good
more.
quality of life. There's more to life than that. You know, limiting beliefs, all of these things that we transform out of, they're all priceless to your actual life. And so putting an investment into yourself is the best thing that there is to do. Investing in yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just you.
And then when you invest in yourself and you're thriving in those areas, like he said, the 80-20, you turn around and help the next person, and that's what we're doing. We were just surviving barely at one point, and now we are thriving, and we continually thrive. Doesn't mean our life is perfect, doesn't mean we don't have to coach ourselves or that we don't need coaches. It just means we're growing.
We're growing.
We're growing.
And we're going
We're in
somewhere.
a growth spurt.
Yeah, and we're going somewhere. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Alicia. That's awesome. I love the encouragement. Troy said we were extremely valuable.
Aw, thank
That's
you.
good stuff.
Thank you very much.
It's awesome.
Love it.
Well, that's the
So
end
we're
for
inviting
tonight. Yeah.
we're inviting you guys to inbox us. If you know of anybody in their life that you feel like that they would be interested in, this would make a good Christmas gift.
Yes.
I got you a life coach.
Yeah, I got you 3 months of coaching from amazing people. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're looking for, we're here to help transformation coaches in whatever area it might be. And we're here for
We
you.
believe in you. We know you can do it. We've seen people's lives transform
Yes.
over and over and over and over again, and there is nothing like it. And there's no
Yes.
difference.
It is the truth.
Yeah, you
You're
can have
worth
it all. Yes.
You're worth it. Your investment is worth it. You guys are awesome. We love you. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7:30. Please share it out. And if you're interested in any of these packages that we have to offer, just inbox us and we can discuss it and go further from there. We love you guys. You're awesome.
Bye.
This is
Thanks
us.
for listening. This is us.
Yeah, yeah.
Good night.